Right. So today is the 15th of uh today's the 15th of June. There's a number of fundamental events that we have highlighted for us over here. Though we can't see a high impact news event, we only have a medium impact news and several low impact news events. Example, the medium impact news we have will be released by 8:30. Now, this is the fundamental event where the governor of European Central Bank, the president, which is Lagarde, is going to be speaking. It's going to be speaking by 8:30. But this fundamental event doesn't have a focus, a previous. We probably might just wait for an actual to be released on this data for us to understand or ascertain the decisions we are going to be making in the market today. But as it stands right now, we are going to take a neutral bias when it comes to a fundamental standpoint. And like I said, this is as a result of a very fundamental events. Now, what we've basically had for some of these countries are micro fundamental events. For example, I think Iran had a strike, and US is about to retaliate with a strike on Iran again as well. So these are some of the fundamental events that will mostly create movements in the markets. So there will mostly be movements in the market, and and moves with the market. Aside this, we don't have any other fundamental events coming up. So let's jump over to the charts where we get to analyze and look for opportunities that made available to us in order for us to make money. All right, let's go straight to the charts. And I'm going to be starting off from UXDX now. Can you confirm if you can see my chart, everybody? If you can see my chart, kindly see yes. Okay, I can see a yes, right? Very good. So I'm going to start off from the weekly time frame on the UXDX. Let's look at what has been happening on the weekly and let's see what is bound to happen right now. So on a weekly time frame, I can clearly see that we are currently on a weekly high. Market has currently retested a weekly area of resistance. Now, after I'm retesting this weekly area of resistance, we can see some level of rejection, showing us that this is a very solid and key area where we could see the markets reverse from. There's some level of rejections over there. Now, being a level of rejection, let's look at how last week weekly candlestick closed because this is very important. So we're doing analysis on these candlesticks to determine what will happen next. Last week weekly candlestick closed below this area. Look at this area. We did close below this area. Now, closing below this area shows us that we should have a more bearish movement. And this is where we got more sales last week. We broke above, swept liquidity. If we go down to the daily, you see that there's a confluence of a retest and the market pushing to the downside from this particular area. So swept above this high, and that is why we're moving up. So this is a new week candlestick. I can already see that there's a gap over here. And what am I expecting this week to do? I'm seeing that this new weekly candlestick will most likely break below this low right here. This is the low. Will most likely break below this low. So this simply means there's some bearish movement that are expected on UXDX this week. Now, this might not happen. This might not happen as quick as we think. Probably we could get a little bit of retracement of this week, and next week we'll just come back with a candlestick to break below. Or if the market has a lot of momentum, then this week's candlestick might just come and break below here. Now this candlestick, what is the name, candlestick analysis. It's just something that happened here. We tapped on the resistance. We had a sweep right here, and we had the market close above this. Closing above this is a sign that, oh, we should start looking at for buying opportunities. And what did you notice? 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. We all had buys for 4 weeks. We had buys. Now, same thing or related analysis is happening right here where we are failing to close above this previous week candlestick. Market did not close above last week's. That's a week before last week's candlestick. And last week candlestick is closing below the previous weekly candlestick. So this is expected to give us more bearish momentum off to the downside. Now let me go to the daily so that I can show you what is expected to happen. Okay, you can look at it. We had a weekly candlestick that failed to break. Even the daily rejected. After rejecting, like I said, daily was going to give us a retest. This was a retest. That is as a reclaimed OB. Daily is going to give us a reclaimed order block for us to look for buying opportunities or from this candlestick. We obviously got a reclaimed order block from right here. It should have been an opportunity for anyone to have jumped in for a sell. A rejection first, then daily coming to give us that reclaimed OB, or you probably might have played a confirmation to sell. So what is expected to happen today? This was the previous daily candlestick, and we've clearly swept above all of these candlesticks right here. All of these candlesticks right here. And I'm just doing this to show us the direction to which market is expected to move today. We've broken below all of these candlesticks. And what happened? We've broken below this low as well. So breaking below this level, we should get more sellers expectation. We should get more sales in this particular market. More sales is expected. So we could probably see a little bit of a retest. But overall, we're looking at for selling opportunities to the bottom. Selling opportunities to the bottom. That is what you should expect. So um, UXDX is expected to come in with more sellers. UXDX is expected to come in with more sellers. We just did a very simple analysis. We don't need the full chart. We're expecting more sales to come into the market. Can you see? This is what I said. Can you see immediately after the retest on the daily? This was the sweep of candlestick on the weekly, came back to retest on the daily. And what happened? That was our cue to have gone down for a short. That was our cue. So imagine you are taking a sell from over this area right here. Imagine you are jumped in for a sell from this particular point right here. That would have actually been a lot of money. But this is a 4-hour time frame now. We can see that in respect to the weekly directional bias, the 4-hour is also bullish. We've had series of lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high. What is expected to happen? We're expected to see a lower high. The 4-hour is expected to give us a lower high in order for us to keep selling. So this is my expectation for this particular movement. A sweep above this high, which is this candlestick, and a closure below. 1 hour might give us something like this. Now we'll look for a confirmation to go down for a sell. So what am I saying in general? Even on dollar UXDX, we should go for a sell. Are we understanding this analysis, please? I know you probably might have not seen this method of analysis where analysis is just done in a single candlestick. All right. You're learning something today. You're actually learning something today. But I hope we're all understanding. You're actually learning something today. So we're going to see a continuation of market towards the downside. A continuation of market towards the downside. And this is going to lead us to sell. This is going to lead us to jump in for a sell. For a sell. So just a sweep above here and a push to the downside, and I would sell. I personally want to trade this. So I've given us expectations for that. Let's go to, what is the name now? Let's go to USDCHF and see what is happening in USDCHF. USDCHF has a very long sell warming up. Now, overall from the weekly, you see that we've been bearish. Overall for the weekly on USDCHF. Yeah, the recordings will be made available. Let's see. Focus. Recordings will be made available. What has been happening here on USDCHF? You can see that somebody say you are new, just hang in. We'll have several classes that will be of help to you to understand how this works. But just hang in for now. Over here, we had a push to the downside, a rejection from a daily area of resistance. Apart from the rejection from a daily area of resistance, what did I notice? On the weekly candlestick, this weekly area rather, we closed below, last week closed below the previous week's weekly candlestick, showing us that this week's candlestick will be definitely bearish. We're looking out for bearish movement. So if we're closing below this, we'll probably get a retest. If we check smaller time frame, there might probably be a retest here. If there's no retest, then we kindly wait for that retest to happen. We'll kindly wait, we'll patiently wait rather for that retest to happen. And upon the retest happening, that is going to be our cue to probably, okay, the retest is yet to happen. Very good. So let me show you what we're going to be jumping on for a sell. This is what we're going to be jumping on for a sell. This is a break below here. So market has to come clear this area of liquidity, LQ. This is a liquidity sitting up here. The immediately market clears this area of liquidity and taps in on this area here. This is going to be our cue to go in for a sell because now internally we've confirmed that we've gotten a direction change. This is going to be our cue to get up and sell at this particular point. Look at this white box. So USDCHF will most likely give us a little bit of retracement, which is already setting up to happen. With that break above here, return back and we sell, or we get a momentum push above here that will retest this FVG, and then that will be our cue to jump down for a sell. So longer term, USDCHF has a longer term selling probabilities. Longer term, we're going to look out for selling opportunities on USDCHF. There's a retracement happening now for a buy, which is going to happen shortly for a buy to take out this area. But after we've tapped up there, we should look for selling opportunities to the downside. And this is going to happen on USDCHF. So let's stay attentive. Let's stay ready. So we're looking out for sellers on this particular currency. These guys are still shaping up, so there's no signal to drop yet. There's no signal to drop yet. Now, likewise, this guy over here. This guy over here. All of them are just shaping up for buys. Like every single one of them. Even Euro USD is shaping up for more buys. Euro USD, why am I even confident on Euro USD buys? This is a major time frame sweep on the daily year, on the weekly year, and this is like a reclamation. Where the reclamation over here. So reclaiming this point, retesting to reclaim this point. We just need an entry to go in for a buy. The fact that we're reclaiming to retest this particular point right here is a cue that we just need an entry to go in for a buy trade. And we're going to be buying Euro USD. This is a weekly time frame. We're going to be buying Euro USD. Let's go down to daily. All right, daily, we've not gotten a confirmation yet. How about weekly? How about 4 hour rather? The Euro USD is going to be a longer term buy, like a long term buy from a weekly perspective. Now, on the 4 hour, I can see clearly we got a break of structure here. We actually had a sweep of liquidity here. Market returned back to inside, tap. We had another break of structure here on the 4 hour, showing us that direction wise we are bullish on the 4 hours. We are bullish on the 4 hour. We got a break of this high over here, a break of this high. So I most probably want to see the market return back, take either of these areas out, come back into it, and we look for buying opportunities. But I'm going to be sending a signal the moment all of these things appears. The moment they are all clearer to the eyes, you should expect a trading signal. You should all expect a signal. Right now, nothing is clear. Right now, I'm not seeing clarity when it comes to all of this. So immediately we get clarity, expect a trading signal to be rolled out. Expect a trading signal. So I personally am waiting for a trade on all of those currencies. I'm waiting for a trade from all of them. But clearly I can see from here that we've been having a 4 hour low, high, low, high, low. We've gotten this. And this is also a key area here on the 4 hour. This is also a key zone on the 4 hour. Then we go down to daily to see if we got. So daily, I'm not seeing any reason to even go for a buy, a sell. There's no reason to go for a sell on the daily. How about the weekly? Okay. On the weekly, we got a break below here, a break above here. Okay. You know that we're going to be a little bit of a retracement for sales. A break above here, market coming back to reclaim that area. So we'll probably get a little bit of solid momentum, which may lead us a little bit to the downside. And when we get this, we might end up looking at for sell trades. We may end up looking at for sell trades. But this is yet to happen yet. So how will this happen? In as much as we're looking at for buys, overall, we could still take advantage of some little sells when we get there's a previous candlestick, right? Okay, we're already coming below. Immediately this candlestick closes below. And on the 1 hour, we get something like a reclamation here to give us a cue to go down for a sell. There's our cue to go down for a sell. Well, that is yet to happen. You see, that's not built towards clear structures yet. So this has a long way to happen, a very, very long way to happen. Wait a minute, very long way before this happens, actually. A very, very long way. So we'll just patiently wait and see what this market ends up playing out to us. Remember, the market is just waking up. So seeing that the market is just waking up, there might be a lot of slow movements from this market. A lot of slow movement because, like I said, the market is just waking up. So let's patiently wait, still monitor the market and wait for signals. On BTC, I had a buy on BTC yesterday, by the way. Like I've been buying BTC since yesterday from this point, and the buys yesterday were so impulsive. From here, I actually took the buy from this particular angle here. This angle before the momentum came in this point. I think I entered around here. And boom, it kicked me in for over 160 pips. Made close to 160 pips just from this moment. Yesterday. So BTC has been very, very impulsive. Now look at two more currencies. I'll call it a day. Like I said, the market is just waking up. So yeah, over here we have GBP USD. is printing like pattern as what is the name now? As Euro USD. Well, all at a very key pivotal point. So what is happening here? Consider we've tapped on the very key level up here. Look at this. This is a very key level. These levels here, you can see the market rejected from. It's a very key level that the market has tapped into. In order for me to go in for it's all like this is the market taking out this previous 4 hour candlestick high over here, which is not yet, there's no confirmation yet. So we have this over here. We've not gotten any major break of structure on the 4 hour yet. To show us that the direction has changed. I think a break of this level will indicate a 4 hour change. Or a break of this level, which is yet to happen. Well, let's see the 1 hour or 30 minutes. So there's nothing yet happening, but there's probability for a sell coming in into the market. A short sell before a buy continues because 4 hour is still bullish. We're just rejecting a zone, but we've not gotten a change of trend from that zone. We need to see a change of trend like this for us to know that zone wants to hold price. So we could just get a sweep below here. So we could just get a sweep below here. for the market to come in and reclaim it. The market might just shut down below here, come and reclaim it, and we'll go down for it. We'll go up for it buys. Go up for buys. So that is what might end up just happening over here. But in everything, we're patiently waiting to see what the market is going to produce to us and how we're going to take advantage of it. That is what we're all waiting to see. All right, so I'm going to call it a day from right here. I'm going to call it a day from right here. Analysis is going to happen in the afternoon. By then, we should have gotten more signals or more entries. But let's all expect signals. Everybody kindly expect signals and entries as well. Thank you all for staying up, and I'll see you all later. Okay, I've seen gold. Let me look at gold very quickly.
Thank you very much, Uncle Victor. Good morning. Thank you.
Money man. What is happening on gold? Hmm. No, I've been saying this for a very long time that gold is bearish. I think this is something I've been saying for a very long time. That gold has been on a bearish trend because I could see this low, this high, this low, this high, and I say gold is going to come and take out this low, and which it has done already. So, what is currently happening on gold? This possibility for a retracement. You can see the previous daily candlestick. This was Friday's candlestick, and today's yesterday on Friday's candlestick closed below above Thursday's candlestick. That is why you can see this buy here on Friday. Oh, this is even Wednesday, Thursday. Then look at this buy on Friday. This one is expected to keep to also buy a little bit to the top. We're expected to buy a bit to the top from this one as well. Oh yeah, look at the 4 hour candlestick. So 4 hour is expected to have a little bit of a retracement first. It is a retracement expected to happen on 4 hour. So I want to see where 4 hour is going to 4 hour candlestick might end up sweeping before it comes back to reclaim. I understand that many of us will see this here as a high. We see this over here as a high. It might not necessarily be a high that might hold price. We might just sweep below here. After sweeping below here, we'll break back above. Or we'll probably come below, sweep here, and break back above. So these are things we're looking out for to see happen in the market. These are things we're looking out for to see happen. And that's the 4 hours. Let's look at the 1 hour. All right, so there's possibility for a sweep and that is yet to happen yet. So I just patiently waiting to see for us to confirm that all right, we've now gotten a proper change in the direction of the market. For now, there is no proper change in market direction. No proper change.
Thank you very much, Uncle Victor. God bless you.
Um,
Thank you.
I'm gonna see us all um later on. Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Same here.